These are 10 drain cleaners that could either save your plumbing or destroy it, and most people have no idea which is which. Every year in America, approximately 3,000 people are injured by drain cleaners. A third of those injuries involve chemical burns so severe that in one medical study, 66% of patients required skin grafting. And the worst part? Many of those injuries came from products people casually bought off a store shelf, poured down a drain, and assumed were perfectly safe. Grease alone causes 47% of residential sewer blockages. Add hair, soap scum, and food particles, and it's no wonder drain cleaners are a multi-billion-dollar industry. But here's what that industry doesn't want you thinking too hard about. Some of these products will fix your clog while quietly destroying your pipes from the inside out. Others will do absolutely nothing, and a few might actually land you in the emergency room. So let's start with the 5 drain cleaners you should never buy. First up, sulfuric acid-based drain cleaners. Products like the now infamous Clean Out, which has been banned in most areas, sit in the most dangerous category you can purchase. In a controlled test, ABS piping was submerged in a sulfuric acid drain cleaner for 30 days, and the acid essentially disintegrated it, completely destroyed the pipe material. But here's a detail most people never consider. If you pour a sulfuric acid product down your drain and it fails to clear the clog, it ruins any cable-type drain cleaning tool a plumber puts into the pipe afterward. The acid makes the metal brittle within days, and the next time that cable gets used, it usually snaps. So now you've got a damaged pipe, a clog that's still there, and a plumber who has to work around the corrosive chemicals you've already introduced into the system. Many municipalities now restrict the sale of sulfuric acid drain openers to licensed plumbers only, and honestly, that makes complete sense. The second product to avoid isn't actually a single product, it's a habit. Using any chemical drain cleaner repeatedly on older pipes is where people get caught off guard. Studies show that repeated chemical use weakens pipes over time, steadily increasing the risk of leaks and costly repairs. These chemicals generate extreme heat. Drano's formulation, for instance, reaches temperatures of up to 200 degrees Fahrenheit when activated. Use it once on a stubborn clog and you're probably fine, but use it monthly as a maintenance ritual on aging cast iron or PVC, and you're slowly cooking your plumbing from the inside out. Third on the list is mixing different chemical drain cleaners, which happens far more often than you'd think. When one product doesn't work, people reach for another brand and pour it right on top. Combining certain formulations can produce toxic chlorine gas, and there's also what professionals call the blowback effect, where gases and heat from the chemical reaction force water, chemicals, and dissolved debris to erupt out of the drain while someone is standing directly over it. Incidents involving household cleaning products account for 11% of calls to poison control centers for children age 6 and under. That number alone should give you pause. Number 4. Generic and dollar store sulfuric acid drain cleaners. These are the no-name bottles you find at discount stores and dollar outlets, often with minimal labeling and vague safety instructions. They contain the same highly corrosive sulfuric acid found in professional-grade products, but without the quality control or detailed usage guidelines. They rapidly eat through cast iron, galvanized steel, and clay pipes. They release toxic fumes, and perhaps most critically, they can trigger violent reactions if mixed with other household cleaners. Mixing different drain cleaners can release chlorine gas, which can be deadly. For a product that costs $3 or $4, you're risking thousands in plumbing repairs and potentially your own health. Number 5. Never use any caustic chemical cleaner on old or metal pipes. If your home was built before the 1970s and you haven't replaced the plumbing, there's a strong chance you have cast iron, galvanized steel, or copper drain lines. Chemical drain cleaners can seriously damage all of those materials. The corrosion compounds with each use. One application might not cause a visible problem, but over months and years, you're thinning those pipe walls from the inside out. One master plumber put it this way: think about fat, oil, and grease in your pipes like cholesterol in your body. It doesn't just stick to the walls, it hardens in place once it's there and only gets worse. Chemical cleaners can punch through the surface of a clog, but they can't climb the sidewalls of horizontal pipes. Gravity pulls them along the bottom. In vertical pipes, the chemicals flow through so quickly they barely make contact with the buildup, so you're corroding your pipes without even fully clearing the obstruction. Now for the 5 drain cleaners that actually work. Starting with Thrift T600 alkaline-based drain cleaner, which is the fastest option on this list by a significant margin. Once you dilute the dry crystals with hot water and add the solution to the drain, it clears grease and hair in a approximately 60 seconds. It's alkaline-based rather than acid-based, which makes it far safer for pipes while still delivering professional-grade results. No unpleasant smell, no dramatic chemical reaction. It simply works, and it works fast. Next is Liquid Plumr Pro Strength Hair Eliminator Gel, the top pick for the most common household clog. In effectiveness testing, Liquid Plumr's hair clog eliminator cleared 78% of hair clogs compared to Drano's 65% success rate. It also proved significantly more effective on thick grease deposits, clearing 83% of test clogs with a single application. One product tester put it well. "I liked how thick this gel was. It really clung to everything clogging the drain and made short work of the buildup of hair and other debris, leaving behind a fresh new drain." At its price point, it's the best value on the market. Third is Green Gobbler Drain Clog Dissolver, which comes in pre-measured packets that eliminate the guesswork and the mess. It's one of the few drain cleaners safe for use in toilets, and it works with septic systems too. 30 minutes is typically the longest you'll wait with no repeat applications needed. Worth mentioning that the National Advertising Division found Green Gobbler's claims of having no harsh chemicals weren't supported by evidence and advised the company to revise that marketing. So take the green branding with a grain of salt. In practical terms, though, the product clears drains effectively without relying on the extreme heat-generating reactions that damage pipes. Fourth is BioClean Bacteria Waste Eliminator, which is the patient's pick. This is where we leave the world of chemicals entirely and enter the world of biology. BioClean is an enzymatic drain cleaner, and it represents a fundamentally different approach to drain maintenance. Unlike liquid chemical treatments that contain one or two active ingredients, BioClean's powdered formula contains 4 different types of enzymes, each designed to target one of the 4 types of waste commonly found in drain systems: protein, grease, carbohydrates, and fiber. There are millions upon millions of bacteria in each spoonful. Each bacterium eats its own weight in waste every 60 seconds, and they double in number every 30 minutes. As they multiply, they spread throughout your entire drain system, colonizing pipe walls and consuming buildup that chemical cleaners simply cannot reach. One user reported that in over 20 years of using BioClean, they hadn't experienced a single clogged drain or a single problem with their septic system. 20 years, 0 clogs. That's not a quick fix. That's a maintenance philosophy. It's completely safe for all pipe types: PVC, metal, old pipes, everything. Nothing gets corroded or damaged because there are no harsh chemicals involved. A single 2-pound container provides up to 100 drain treatments. At around $50, it's an investment, but broken down to roughly 50 cents per treatment over months and years, it's remarkably cost-effective. The trade-off is time. Enzymatic cleaners need to sit for several hours or overnight, and you may need multiple applications for serious blockages. This is not the product you reach for when water is pooling around your ankles in the shower. For ongoing maintenance and long-term pipe health, though, nothing else comes close. As one veteran plumber noted, applied properly and regularly, enzymatic cleaners can be very helpful for maintaining drains over the long run. Rounding out the list is Professor Amos Superfast Drain Cleaner, a liquid solution that handles hair, soap scum, and grease effectively while being less caustic than many competitors. A single large bottle delivers 4 to 6 applications, making it practical for households juggling multiple problem drains. It's particularly well suited for bathroom drains, where hair and soap residue combine into the kind of slow-building clogs that worsen over weeks. Here's the honest truth that ties all of this together. In many cases where a store-bought cleaner successfully unclogs a sink, a simple mixture of baking soda, salt, vinegar, and hot tap water would have done the same job without introducing any chemicals at all. The real lesson isn't just which bottle to grab off the shelf, it's understanding that drain cleaning is mostly about prevention. Use an enzymatic cleaner monthly, run hot water after every use, and install a simple mesh drain cover to catch hair before it enters the pipe. Drano has been on store shelves since 1923, which is over a century of people reaching for a quick fix. But quick fixes that damage your plumbing aren't fixes at all. They're just expensive delays. Choose the right product, use it correctly, and your drains will take care of themselves.